Would I be able to climb 7 peaks of the South Downs Way in one day? They're not very high, but together higher than Snowdon. We start in Firle and we're going to walk up to Firle Beacon. Each walk starts from a church, and here's the first one.
Oh no, somebody's going to put literal over the tree.
This is St. Peter's Church. Most of these churches were built in the 11th, 12th, 13th century.
So be careful because the ground is very wet.
Yeah, and chalk can be quite slippery.
Do you want this in here?
Yeah, I can take it back now if you want.
And in we go. This is the only church we're going to go inside. This is just for the sake of completeness. And anyway, this is the inside of a church. There's Moira, who's going to be driving me around all day. And that's the outside there on the right.
What I'll do is I'll go out the side entrance.
Yeah, I'm going to go out the side
And
entrance.
do that.
That's me.
Right, and be very careful.
Yes.
No slipping.
No,
Very
try not to.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Bye-bye. I'll see you at the beacon.
Yep. Oop, nearly tripped over the stairs.
Oh, very funny. So Moira's going to take the car, and each of these walks has got a car park near to the highest point. That's part of how I designed it. And I'm going to be using my Instamax 360. It's Instamax Insta360 camera. It goes normally like this, but it's then most of it, so not boring. You're going to speed it all up, so it's going to be going very quickly, a bit like that. You can see we started off early. It was 7:30 in the morning, and it's a nice bright sunny day. Ground's a bit slippery, it's a bit wet, so good advice from Moira there. And we're going up, and we're approaching the beacon. Each one of them has got a trig point at it. There it is there, doing a couple of photos, looking around, and then walking back. You can see Moira's joined me there. Looks like the long man and his wife, or even the long wife and her old man. So speeding up to the car park. This is the second walk, and we're going to be going from Westmeston up.
So, church over there. I'm going to be walking this way. Moira's saying, get going.
So it's St. Martin's
I'm going to
Church.
put on a spurt in a second. I'm going to take this off the thing, and I'm going to be going up. Not sure whether it's Bostel or Borstal.
Bostel, I think.
One of those.
And the thing is the selfie stick. So it's either the camera's on the selfie stick or on my
And I'll put it back onto time lapse. In.
There goes Moira. Don't step in the poo. And yeah, off we go again. So it's all looking good so far. And we're going up and up. Obviously there's going to be up and up, and we're now coming up to Ditchling Beacon. There is sadly there's some sort of event going on there. There's the trig point there, so she wasn't able to park there, so I've got to walk another 3k down to or it's a slight down to the Jack and Jill windmills, where there's another car park. And I wasn't too pleased at the time. There's a woman who's asking me about walking poles. But there's Moira there now, come to meet me. But actually adding that bit on, a bit of a bonus in a way. So if you decide to do the challenge, then that's it. So the third one is Devil's Dyke, starting at Poynings and going up to the dyke where there's a car park.
So here we are at the church at Poynings.
And the church is
I need
called
to set up
the
my
Holy Trinity
phone
Church.
for doing
So I've
that.
lost you on the beacon. but we'll just have to sort that
Yeah,
out.
I'm sure it will come back.
When Moira's talking about beacons, I've got this thing called Buddy Beacon, so she can actually watch where I'm going. It's not entirely reliable, but it sort of worked more or less. She did have a good idea where I was. A lot of steps going up to Devil's Dyke. In fact, most of the ascent is on steps, and then a sort of less of a climb on it. There's somebody asking me what I'm doing, why I'm so out of breath. And there we come up past the pub, over to the trig point, little look around, meet Moira there, and off to the next one. The next one going from the church at Washington, St Mary's Church, and up to Chanctonbury Ring.
So, here we are. St Mary's Parish Church in Washington.
That's what I said.
When 1174, when Bovo was the rector.
Yeah, these are all really old places. There's no real significance of churches other than it seemed another little challenge in my planning of the route. And we're off through Washington and then out into the fields. This is Tilly's farm. And we go through Tilly, don't know who Tilly was, you can look it up yourself. Following some people, overtaking some people, up. This is the real start. A lot of them, because I'm going from a church, you've got a flat bit and then the steep ascent up to the summit of whatever it is. And as you know, in this case, it's going to be Chanctonbury Ring. And there it is, right in the middle of the ring. No trig point at this one. And then down the other side to the car. Moira's going to meet me there. There was she said the path I was going to take is very steep and very slippery, so I've taken a slightly longer one going through the woods. There is a path here. Look, it looks like I'm going straight through trees, but there is a path there, and then onto the track that takes us back down to the car park. There's Moira, come to meet me, and off we go, racing down until we get to the bottom, and then bumped into some people that we knew at the bottom there, so you'll see a little bit when we get there. Me chatting, Moira chatting, and then on to the next one, which is Sutton. Not Sutton, sorry, but Sutton by Bignor. The church is St John the Baptist. And if I'm starting to sound a bit like a wild animal, I'm not too out of breath, but I'm actually eating. This is the first time I'm eating here now. Although no, I did have a banana on the last section. But it does sound a bit breathy and things. No, it's the food and the yacht, just to prove it. There's the harness I'm wearing that strap the camera onto. Food's remainder from a little party that we had yesterday for my birthday, and so it's baguette and some cheese. Oh, and we're off again, and going through Sutton, past the pub, out into the fields. Quite a long stretch on the flat. Fields, more fields, woods, another field, more fields, and then finally we come to a road, and then the bit that's really the start of the ascent up to Glatting Beacon. That was Glatting Farm back there, and get a little, not exactly lost, but there were some trees down and things, so we eventually get back on a better path, and that will take us up and up to the beacon, where you can see it coming up. There's a couple of masts there, and it's right by there where the trig point is. We're going to go down. There we are, trig point, and off and back to the car park, and on to the last but 2 stages. So this is it's a nice gentle uphill. It's all uphill, going from West Dean up to the Trundle. Bye bye.
Hurry up.
West Dean, St Andrew's Church.
It's a bit chilly now.
getting cold.
It's a bit chilly.
Towards the end of the afternoon.
No, okay.
Little Satsuma.
Yes.
Yep, Satsuma. That was a good plan.
It's not the it's not the steepest of climbs.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Although when you've already done 5 peaks.
Yeah, we've done 5 peaks. Yeah, and it's it is, and we're off. A little bit of straight. On the left-hand side, the wall is the border of Westdean College. It's got very big and beautiful gardens there, and it goes on for a long way. Nice gradual ascent. And through some woods. I think I'm meeting my Satsuma at that point. Yeah, and we're out chatting to a woman who's lost her purse, and then up to the trundle with its mast and its trig point somewhere. Where's it gone? There it is. And over there on the middle right, you can see Goodwood. That's the race course there. And now this is the last one. Did I say it was last but last earlier on? But it's, that was the last one. This is from Trayford through to South Harting, where our expedition ends. Here, this is wasn't actually the best idea. I thought we'd go from the disused church, which is at Trayford. Disused because it's actually fallen down, and you can't actually get to it. There it is. There, you can't really see an awful lot. There's basically 4 walls of a very small church with the roof has collapsed, and it's now abandoned. And I'm trying to use my selfie stick extension to poke through the trees to get a better look of it, but well, you're basically just seeing a bit of wall in the distance, and that's it. That is the church. On reflection, I probably wouldn't do this. It'd have been just as easy to go from Elstead, where there's a perfectly fine church, and it's actually very, very slightly smaller distance there. But anyway, it is what it is. This is the longest of the walks with the highest of the beacons, and there's not one but 3 high points. So we sort of get onto the South Downs Way, as we have done in other places, and then up and up. So the first bit is called Pen Hill. This is Pen Hill here, and sadly we then have to go down again, and in the next bit this is actually Beacon Hill, which is the highest point that we're doing. So we've now climbed more than if we'd climbed up Snowdon. You can see it's a lovely, lovely sky there as we go down a very, very steep descent. It looks as though we're going down quickly. I took that very, very carefully because my legs were getting a bit tired. But we've got to go up again. This is Harting down, and Harting down we go up, and then down. Hilaire Belloc talks about this in his book, The 4 Men. It ends with he and his companions, the other 3 men, which are basically parts of himself, coming down into South Harting, which is what we're doing now. Moira said that the footpath is blocked at the end, but she did manage to find a way through. This is a very, very last bit now. Coming down, she does come up to meet me, and then there she is, and then we walk back and down to what is church, the last church.
So here we are. We didn't have a very good church to start off with, but we have got a church to end up with.
It's St Mary and St Gabriel's
Church at South Harting.
You can see it all from up on the ridge, right the way along in the distance. But now here we are, the end.
The church at South Harting.
Our little adventure.
Let me just walk up to the door. Hi.
Hello.
There it is.
Ah,
Fine church, and a good way to end what was a tiring but not impossible.
I won't go any further than this.
No, that's it. That's it. Don't do any more. Stop there. Stop.
Just
Stop.
have a little look at that
And
and say that's it. That's the end of the
Yeah.
7 peaks of the South Downs.
Yeah, I've already said that.